Hello, hello, good evening. Good evening. Hello, hello. How is everybody?
Hello,
Hi,
teacher.
teacher. Good
Hey,
evening.
good evening. How are you doing, Mrs. Stephanie?
I'm good, teacher, and you?
I'm doing great. I feel happy today. What about your day? How was it? Was it busy as usual?
Yes, was busy.
Really? Oh my goodness. But
Yeah.
what about today? Did you go out today?
No, I
Mhm.
I stayed in home
Yeah.
doing interview
Oh.
and organize some interview with the clients. So
Hmm.
I feel like almost finished one process, so I am happy for that.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. And how many people do you usually interview in one day?
Some days I interview like 7 people. That is
Mhm,
like a busy day. So because depend on the if I find a good candidate and try to do
mhm,
the same day the interview. So sometimes I do for phone,
mhm.
sometimes in meets. So like 7 or 10 per day most of
Wow.
the time.
All right. I get it. I get it. So it sounds like a busy day. It sounds like that. All right. But thank you so much, Mrs. Stephanie, for being here. I appreciate your presence here. I see more people online. What about you, Mariela? How was everything? How was your day?
Very tired, teacher. Very
Really?
tired.
Check
Yes.
on this. Very tiring. Ing. Very tiring.
Very tiring.
Yeah, exactly. Why? What did you do today?
Um, I walk too much
Hmm.
and um, I fall the paint.
Hmm.
Se,
Yeah.
no, se cayó pintura, no, no sé cómo es.
Uh, the paint,
The paint.
the paint. But in what context? Like the recipient fell down?
Me tocó.
Oh, like that one.
Yes.
So a recipient of paint fell on your hand.
Yes. Yes. Too
Oh,
much.
oh my goodness, my goodness. So wow, I imagine. So it was a busy day.
Yes.
All right, all right. So, but apart from that, was your day okay?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing some information. Let me see more people getting online. What about you? Let me see. Miss Brenda, how is everything for you?
Hi, teacher. It was a good day.
Hmm. Really? How so?
It,
Or
what?
why? Uh-huh. Why?
Ah,
Hmm.
it's how do you say tranquilo? Un día tranquilo.
Relaxing, a relaxing day, let's say.
Okay, it was a relaxing day.
Hmm. That's amazing. But why? Because you did everything you were supposed to do, not many things were pending, or why?
Yes, I don't have more
Hmm.
activities to do, and my bosses don't. In the afternoon,
Hmm.
they went to a, a event
Hmm.
for other plants, and I'm stay alone in my office.
Amazing, amazing. So that explains why. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, perfect. Let me see more people getting online, and that's amazing, people. Thank you so much. All right, let's welcome all of you for today's class. Let's go quickly over attendance just to check who's ready to participate. And we begin having some nice practice for today. We have interesting topics for these days. So let's see how that goes. Let me get started. And when you listen to your name, just make a verbal confirmation that you are ready to participate on the session. All right, let me see. Miss Alejandra Guadalupe Torres. I believe not connected. Then Alexander Armando Ayala. Alexander Armando. Hello, hello. Not yet, I believe. Let's continue. Miss Brenda Yvette.
Present, teacher.
Thank you, thank you. Then I have Carlos Fernando Gaitan.
Present.
Amazing, mister. Thank you and welcome to your class. Miss Celia de la Cruz, she just texted me she's not available at this point. So let's move on. Miss Daisy Stephanie.
Here, teacher.
Amazing. Hey, how are you doing? Better now?
Much better,
Well, okay,
but
much
let's
better.
continue with for the special cares for
Yeah?
my knee,
Uh-huh.
but much better.
Okay. That's good news, right? This is a much better, not completely great, I'm not perfect, but much better. That's
No,
progress.
yes.
All right. I'm happy for that. Thank you so much, miss. Thank you for
Thank
joining.
you for asking, teacher.
All right, no problem, no problem. Let me see. I have then Eden Nilsson Vladimir.
Present, teacher.
Amazing. Thank you so much and welcome to your class. Miss Erika Mercedes.
Present.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then I have Stephanie Fabiola.
Present, teacher.
Hey, how are you doing? Nice?
Nice. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Then I have Miss Estrella Dulcinea. Hello, Miss.
I'm here, teacher.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much and welcome. Then I have Gabriel Stephanie. Gabriel Stephanie Reyes. Gabriel Stephanie, not yet, probably. Next person is Jacqueline Noemi.
Present, teacher.
Thank you so much, Miss, and welcome to your class. Javier Alexander Mancia.
Hi, teacher. Present.
Hey, welcome, welcome, Mister, to your class. Thank you so much. Then I have Jose Alonso Lizano.
Present, teacher.
Hey, perfect,
Present.
perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Then Karina Jasmine Navarrete. Miss Karina Jasmine. Not yet. Let's move on. Lisette Abigail, I know you're in traffic, so you already texted and reported yourself present in the class. So thank you so much. No problem. After that, we have Luis Antonio Alas.
Present, teacher.
Welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. And welcome to your class. Next is Mariela Elizabeth.
Present, teacher.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Mayra Lizeth Barahona.
I'm here, teacher, but I in a
Hey.
meeting.
Okay. Okay. I understand. All right.
In
Thank you.
another meeting.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining still. Then I have Medardo Rigoberto Luna.
Good evening, Mister. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you? How was your day?
Oh, very nervous.
Really? Why?
Yeah, Club Deportivo Águila is going to play
Today?
in moment.
Oh my goodness. Hey, but stay in the class. Don't watch the TV. TV in class.
No,
No,
only in my phone.
only my phone.
Uh,
All right.
the goals.
Just to check the updates, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully they get a. Are they playing in the local tournament or international match at this moment?
Yes, in with comunicaciones in the
That is international, right?
yeah in Las Delicias.
Oh, amazing. All right. Hopefully they have a good result. Let's see, right? They at this moment they are representing the country because my team not so good. Not so good, all right? I get it. Yeah, easy. It happens. All right. But thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Then I have Osmaro Anibal.
Present, teacher. Present.
Thank you so much and welcome to your class. Then Miss Emilia Enriquez. Hello, hello. Let's see if you're online. Rosa Emilia Enriquez. Probably not available yet, but present, I believe. Then Stephanie Michelle Aguilar. I know we've been talking previously. Yes?
Yes, teacher, present.
Amazing. All right. I said, why? Where did she go? What happened? No, just kidding. And then I have Victor Eduardo.
Present.
Amazing. Thank you so much, people, for joining on today's session. As I mentioned previously, it's nice to have you here, and it's an honor to be working with you. Let's get into business on today. And tell me, what class are we having today? Take a look at this one. Class number?
Class number 16.
Exactly, class number 16. Quick recap. Quick recap. What were we practicing yesterday? Does anybody remember? What were we practicing?
Comparative and superlative.
Comparative and superlatives. Exactly. Thank you so much. That's what we were doing. And at this point, I believe you are masters of that. So congratulations on that. Right? My congratulations go to you. We continue working on unit number 3. You know the name, right? You, exactly. Thank you so much. Exactly. Perfect. Perfect. And today we have a different objective because we have more practices on today. And let me see on this one. Let me choose a person to help us on this. May I have your collaboration, Mr. Luis Antonio, to read today's objective, please? Please, Luis Antonio. Please. Hmm. Probably not available. Let me give the chance to Javier Alexander.
Yes, teacher.
Perfect.
Okay. We will be able to give advice on tips to monitor personnel and improve workplace operations.
There we are. Thank you so much. Thank you. We continue on this unit that is monitoring personnel, and we emphasize on this information today. To get started on this topic, take a look at this one and let me have some people participate. So we get into business on today. Let me see. Miss Carlos Fernando, can I have your collaboration, Carlos Fernando?
Yes, teacher.
All right, amazing, thank you. Take a look at the picture and can you describe what is happening, please?
Okay, it's a man talking for or with a client.
Mm-hmm.
Probably he work in contact center or customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, only solo
All
eso.
right, all right.
Mm.
Only that, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. Miss Brenda Yvette, what about you? What do you see in this on this illustration?
Mm, let me see. Um, it's maybe a center.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, he helps to the girls
Mm-hmm.
and maybe resolve some problems that she has.
All right. Thank you. I take that one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's change a little bit of this one, but we continue. Imagine this is you, probably the other person is the customer, as you explained. Let me have more people participate. What about on this one? Jose Alonso. Use your imagination, Jose Alonso. What are they talking about?
They talking about problem with your internet service. The customer is very uh, uh, angry. It's very angry, and the the agent is nervous because the customer is uh, what's the what do you say, gritar?
Shout.
Ah,
Shout.
is talk shout.
All right,
The
like,
customer shout and mention your mother.
oh my goodness. Wow. So that person was very angry.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. It's possible. It's possible, right? That the person was calling for that one. Thank you so much. Just double checking on pronunciation. Agent. Agent. All right. Check on pronunciation for that.
Agent. Agent.
Perfect.
Agent.
Perfect. Perfect. Hey, amazing. Thank you so much. Let me have one more person to participate. Miss Stephanie Michelle. Use your imagination. What are they talking about? Jose mentioned they have a problem with the internet. That's why they are having a conversation. But what's your idea?
Maybe they have problems because they don't have a service like internet
Mm-hmm.
in her house, and
Mm-hmm.
he's calling to this service to know what is happened. And I see the employee that's trying to look for a solution, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like a little bit frustrated or tired because probably the customer is angry or talking a lot
Mm-hmm.
and want a solution really quickly, and he can do it.
All right. Thank you so much for your explanation about what might be happening in this one. Hey, nicely done. Nicely done. People, question for you. Do you receive calls at work? I mean, do you attend customers by phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
All right. No, some people, yes,
Occasionally.
occasionally. All right. And when people call you, right, for the people who do, right, do they call you in a happy manner, in a serious manner, or in an angry state of mind? What type of calls do you receive?
The three forms.
The three phones from Ariel. All right, thank you so much. Kind of moody, right? Fabiola, what about you? You mentioned you receive phone calls. So,
Yes, I do.
what type of calls do you receive? I
Mm,
mean, happy people, not so much.
Usually we receive like kind calls. Um, the most common is to ask questions about rooms, prices, rates, and information about the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a few phone calls that we receive. Well, at this hotel, almost the 90% of the guests and clients are from the US
Mm-hmm.
or from the US. Let's say that. So sometimes we receive people trying to know things about the country, about the security. Probably they are planning coming here to have vacation, and yeah, they ask about security things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so I have had attended um, phone calls in English with angry people, and those are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the worst. Sometimes we receive some Karen's calls. Those are the worst.
I
But
imagine. Uh-huh.
yeah, but people are looking for a place to go on vacation are kind, because if they decide to come here, we are going to see him and meet them, and you know, you don't want to have like a bad image before you go to a place.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Now, thank you so much, people. That is like the usual conversation. There is a person providing probably support or giving information, and then there is the customer. But there is an extra element. People, use your imagination, right? There is an extra person in this communication. Who do you think this person is? Or what image does this represent? Hmm. Let me have. I know you're thinking and analyzing on that one. I know. Miss Daisy is really happy to participate. I see it in your face, Miss Daisy. So tell me, what does this represent?
Um, probably. I'm sorry, my boss, probably.
All right, thank you.
or 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 one parent,
Mhm.
like
Could
or
be.
an angry parent, or the different situation.
It might be
I
possible.
think the
Thank you, Daisy, for your participation. Javier, what about you? What's your opinion? There is you as an agent, there is the customer, but there is other person over there. What does this represent?
For me, it represent an agent when a customer talk about um, astrology, astrology topics.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me see one more person. Miss Estrella, what's your opinion, Estrella? What does this represent?
Maybe I think the first image. Yeah.
The one on top.
Okay. I think maybe with like say Daisy with the boss, like the boss, or or sometimes when maybe a customer call. Sometimes.
All right. Thank you so much. I love listening to your opinions, boys and girls. It's amazing. But you are not so wrong on this one. My idea to represent on this one, what is it? What does this represent?
Quality assurance.
Exactly. Quality assurance. And what does this department do, people? What is the function they have?
To evaluate the workers follow the procedures.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. And that's correct. As Fabiola mentioned, that is the function they have. Question for all of you people. Now, taking about or considering this scenario, right? Take a look at the other one. You see, even more ideas about this situation. Tell me, let's work together, and I need your help to read the question, please. All right? What is the question?
How are you
How are
monitored
you
at
monitored
your
at your
company?
company?
Monitored, right?
Monitored.
Monitored. Exactly. How are you monitored in your company? Let me have some people participate. For example, for me, I believe at this moment I am not monitored, right? But when I upload the video to YouTube, my boss is watching the class. So I am monitored after the class. So they know what I do. So that is the way they monitor me. right? But what about you? Is there a form they monitor you or not? Let me see. Let me have some people participate. Miss Jacqueline, let's hear your experience. How are you monitored at your work?
Um, in my case,
Mhm,
my work at a ophthalmologist clinic,
mhm,
and the form monitor monitoring in my company, it's um, the system or um, diagnostic the
mhm,
patient, for
mhm,
example. Mm-hmm,
mhm. All right. But
mm-hmm.
is somebody monitoring that you do everything, that you follow every procedure?
No, it's um, the system, the diagnostic,
Mhm,
it's monitoring for doctors and me.
mhm.
um, only system using in clinical. Mhm.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Now let me have more people participate. What about you, Erica? How are you monitored at your workplace?
Okay, my company for
Mhm,
to check the system for the personal,
mhm,
to check for the time of delivery,
mhm,
the return the drivers,
mhm.
why do what do ay base base se me fue
Headquarters?
headquarters,
Uh-huh.
um check resolution for problems,
Mhm.
um and then only
All right.
only
Thank you so much. All right. Perfect. Thank you for your participation. In one case, right, because the companies probably they have cameras or there is a supervisor checking that you do everything, or in this one with conversations, right? They listen to your conversation with the customer, so they monitor everything, right? But what kind of document does your company use to make sure you do a good job? Do they have a checklist or something like that? Do they use any document at your work to keep track of everything?
Yes, it should.
Tell us, Daisy. What do they use?
Um, in my case,
Hmm,
using for different documents, for
hmm,
example, for the lesson plans
hmm,
for each one teacher,
hmm,
and for the um, I don't know if it's correct to say that, but it's a square for the scores
hmm.
or for the notes. Um, for trimester, is correct to say trimester?
Yeah, trimester. Uh-huh.
Yes. Um, let me see. And well, the evaluations, the lesson plans.
Hmm,
For the have a meeting with parents. It's necessary writing a document
hmm,
for different issues for for example, the um things for the student. I don't know. It's correct to say that for the um continuum practice or continuum
hmm,
working for
hmm.
this for the different um for the different classes. This is a different document I are using
All
in my
right,
work.
all right, all right. Thank you so much, and that's fine. They use no more documents to get some information to see how you do everything. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you so much. Let me have one more person participate. What about you, Eden Nielsen? Do they use any document to monitor that you do everything at work? Nilsson, hello, hello. Not yet, I believe. Let me see, Mr. Medardo. Hello, hello, Medardo.
Um,
Mhm.
in my case, I use a, a entregable, I
Mhm.
don't know, entregable, the
Is it
client,
mhm. Is it
and
like
the
a
client,
paper or a document or something like that?
yes, is a document,
Uh-huh.
and the client uh,
Signs.
sign
Uh-huh. Oh.
of conformidad, I don't know,
Of satisfaction.
satisfaction. Okay,
Mhm.
this is the form in my company.
Ah, all right. I remember that you do some installations of something, right?
Yeah,
All right.
the, mhm.
Optical fibers.
Yes,
All right. Okay. So,
optical fiber.
all
Fiber.
right. So the document to monitor you is that the customer is happy and that that the customer says, yes, Medardo was here and the job was good. That is the
Excellent.
document. All right.
Ever.
Amazing. All right. Thank you so much. You see, different documents that some companies implement to monitor and to check that we do everything as we should. All right. Thank you so much. Now, after that, thank you for your comments. I appreciate that. Let's continue practicing on some information. If you have your books, check on this one. Today, we're working on page number, people. What page? Page
29.
29.
29.
There we
Or
are.
20.
Exactly.
I
Page
guess 29.
29. Exactly. Page 29. Thank you so much. Now, let's have some conversation. Let me see on this. All right, there we are. I believe I am just showing you the book. Let me double check. Yes, I am. All right, take a look at this one. There are two people participating. There is Mary, and who is the other lady?
The kitchen manager.
Kitchen manager, exactly. Thank you so much. Quickly go over the conversation. What are they talking about? What's the situation? Go quickly, read, look for information. What are they talking about?
Are talking about Mario.
About
He's an
Mario. Hi, what happened to Mario?
he's late for
It's very
he
sick.
He's very
for
sick?
his shift.
She's sick.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's the essence of the conversation. Thank you so much. Now, let's do something. Let's have a pronunciation practice to go quickly over this, and then we continue with more practice. I read this conversation 2 times. You listen to this one, and then we have some practice as individual practice could be nice. Listen to this one, please. Let me put everyone on mute at this moment, just so you can hear everything better. Let's see on this one. Conversation. Hey, where's Mario? He's late for his shift. Mario? Goodness! I got a call that he's very sick. I should have told you earlier. Don't worry. He should have called me directly. If he had called me to my phone, I could have found a substitute by now. I have time this afternoon. Let me cover for him. First time in this conversation. Let's go on the second one. Let's see how that goes. All right. Let's see on this one. One more time. Where's Mario? He's late for his shift. Mario, goodness, I got a call that he is sick, that he's very sick. I should have told you earlier. Don't worry, he should have called me directly. If he had called me on my phone, I could have found a substitute by now. I have time this afternoon. Let me cover for him. Okay, so that's the short conversation about. Before we go to the practice, tell me, is there any new word for you in this conversation?
When we say goodness,
Mhm.
it's like to say, oh my God.
Exactly. It's an expression of surprise. Exactly. Like, oh my God, goodness. Yeah. It's the same purpose.
Goodness.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you see, when something surprises you, say, goodness, like, wow. Yeah, it's other one.
Goodness. Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. Is there any other that I can help you with?
The word sheet. No.
This one?
Yes.
Shift. In pronunciation, shift.
Shift.
Shift. Exactly. And
It's a
what is
bus.
what
It's a bus.
no, the other one is like this one. Check on this one. I believe this is what you mean. Let me give you an example. I believe you're saying this word. This is chief.
Yes, it's a chief.
Chief. That's the boss. Exactly. That's the chief. And this one, shift. Shift. Right? Now, but what is shift? Do you remember? This was part of the vocabulary from the past unit. What is
Schedule.
a schedule? Exactly. Exactly. A shift, no problem, helping each other. Shift is the time you work, right? The period of time that you work during the day or during the night, if that is the time you work, right? Shift. Is there any other word that I can help you with? If not, I take advantage of this one and I help you on some expressions. Let me go on this one and let me change the color. So it's all right. Check on this one. We're going to practice on pronunciation on this part. This one as well. This one too. Let me erase this. It's better this form. And this one as well. All right, take a look at this one. Let me make it bigger. So we emphasize on this conversation only. When we talk about pronunciation of this one, we can make a combination of sounds. Take a look at the blue or purple colors over there. In this one, if we read the words individually, we say should have, should have. That is making a pause and taking time for the next word. Similar to the other one, if I read the words individually, I usually say could have, could have. But when you speak, it is good to join the sounds, right? So in this one, listen to this. Should have, should have, should have. The other, could have, could have, right? So you don't say could have or should have. The at the beginning is not to emphasize, but the second part, should have, right? Let's practice on this one, people. Let's practice and repeat after me. Should have, everybody.
Should have.
Should have,
Should
Should
have.
have.
should
Should
have.
have.
Should have.
Should have. Should have.
Exactly. The next one, right? The one that is
Could have.
different. Could have, could
Could
have,
have.
Could
could
have.
have,
Could add.
Could have.
could
Could
have,
add.
Could have.
could
Could
have.
add.
Exactly.
Could
There we
add.
are. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good practice, people. That's the way it should be, right? And now, to say this one in the complete expression, let me highlight this information to you. Let's practice. Now, the complete expression like this one. We practice this as well. And why not the last one? Practice. Listen and repeat after me. Should have told. Should have told. Everybody?
Should have
Should
told.
have told.
Should have told. Should have
Should
told.
have
Should have
told.
told.
Should have told. The next one. Should have called. Should have
Should have
called.
called.
Should have called.
Right?
Should
Should
have
have
told.
called.
Should
Should
have
have.
called.
Should have called. Should have called. Mhm.
Of cold.
Hey, that's amazing. Thank you, thank you. And let's go for the last one. Could have found. Could
Could
have
have
found.
found.
Could have
Could have
Could
found.
have
Could have
found.
found.
Would
Could
Could
have
have
found.
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 Could
Mhm.
have found.
Yes, exactly. Nicely done, people. Nicely done on this one.
Could have found.
Yeah, remember on the expressions because we're going to practice at this moment. Let me go quickly because I love giving the chance for many people to participate at once. So let's go for the usual way we work, right? I give 4 participations at this point. Oh, man, this is not number 3, it's number 4. Give me a second. Right, it should be like this 1, 3, and this should be number 4. Okay, so we have different participations, and I love that. See some hands up, so that means that I can choose on you to participate.
Sure.
Don't tell me.
No, nothing.
No, tell me. Come on, please.
No, I confused.
All right.
That the kitchen manager because it is a number 3.
Uh-huh.
I think the dos conversaciones.
Two conversation. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's the same, but two different people in this one. Thank you. Let's see. I see some people, as I mentioned, with the hands up, so that's amazing. Let me choose on this one. We start. Jose Alonso, you are number 1. Lisette Abigail, you are number 2. Javier Alexander, you're number 3. And Estrella, you're number 4. We have other rounds, so don't worry. You don't participate in the first one, you have the chance in the second time. So let's keep on working. Let's begin. Number 1 at this point.
Where's Mario? He's late for his shift.
Ariel? Goodness, I got a call that he's very sick. I should have told you earlier.
Don't worry, he shouldn't have called me directly. He had called to my phone and could have found a substitute by now.
I have time this afternoon. Let me cover for him.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I forgot this expression, but I believe it's essential to practice on this one as well. Let me see. That is practice for everyone. I just forgot this one. I was planning to, but I forgot. Listen and practice after me. Substitute. Substitute.
Substitute.
Right? Substitute.
Substitute.
Sub. Check on this one. It is not sub. Sub. Substitute.
Substitute.
Exactly.
Substitute.
Yeah, there we are, right? Substitute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, you did great on this one, people. Thank you so much. General practice, the expressions in red. Everybody after me. Should have told. Everybody should have told.
Should have told.
Should have told.
Thank you. The next one, should have called.
Should have called.
Should have called.
And finally, could have found. Could have
found.
Could have found. Thank you. All right. Hey. Thank you so much. Thank you. Second round, and let's begin on this one. Luis Antonio, number 1. Mayra Barahona, number 2. Mariela Elizabeth, number 3. And Jacqueline, number 4. Second round. Let's hear it from you, people.
Okay. Where's Mario? He is late for his shift.
Mario? Please. I got a call that he is very sick. I should have told you earlier.
Don't worry. He should have called me directly if he had called to my phone. I could have found a substitute by now.
I have time this afternoon. Let me cover for him.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, let me give more chance for people to participate. I am interested in listening to some of you as well. Let me give the chance for number 1. Let me double check. Victor, are you ready for practice?
Yes, teacher.
All right, perfect. Victor, you're number 1. Edenilson, are you ready for practice?
Yes, teacher.
All right, perfect. You help with number 2. Let me see, Miss Rosa Emilia, are you ready for practice? Hello, hello, Miss Rosa Emilia. Not yet. All right. Number three, Brenda Yvette, thank you so much for volunteering yourself. Thank you so much. Number three is for you. And number four, let me see, Miss Karina Jasmine, are you ready for practice?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. It's nice to hear you. Karina, you are number four in this conversation, all right? So people, let's begin. Number one.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, where's Mario? He's late for his shift.
Mario? Goodness. I got a call that he is very sick. I should have told you early.
Don't worry. He should have called me directly. If he had called to my phone, I could have found a substitute by now.
I have time this afternoon. Let me cover for him.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And good job on this practice, people. My recommendation after the class, I mean, probably tomorrow during the day, try to remember this conversation and let's continue practicing. Because on pronunciation, you're doing nice, no problem. But on fluency and on intonation, we need to work on that one. So please, let's keep on working on this information, all right? So try to practice as much as possible. Hey, where's Mario? He's late for his shift. Mario? Goodness! I got a call that he's very sick, right? I should have told you earlier. The more you practice, as I mentioned, the more you practice, the more fluent you are. So try to practice, all right? So we can improve even more. So please, my piece of advice, practice these conversations. Even after we are done or we are past the conversation, practice it. Come back the next day and try to remember and try to practice. Believe me, that is going to make a big difference on your learning process. All right. So let's keep on doing that one. Will you practice later, people, after class or tomorrow? Will you do it?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah?
Yes, teacher.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If we have more conversations, or I believe the next class is about a reading, I will try to work tomorrow during the day to generate an audio from the reading so you could listen and you could practice. So when we are here in class, I listen to you talking like a gringo, right? No stopping and everything, no intonation. I will try to generate that for you, but you need to listen to that one, please, right? I will try to do it as the earliest that I can do it, all right? So I share that with you. You listen, you read during the day, try to practice, and in class, you do amazingly, all right? Let me see how we can work on that one because I am really interested in your progress. So let's keep working on that. Now, thank you so much for the information on this one. So coming back to the conversation, why didn't Mario go to work? What's the reason?
He was very sick.
All right, thank you so much. He was very sick. Did he call somebody at the office?
She called Mary.
Ah, right. He called Mary. Thank you. Question for the rest. Did he call Mary or did he call the kitchen manager? Who did he call?
He called Mary.
Ah, right. He called Mary. Tell me, did Mary pass the message to the kitchen manager?
Called me. Kitchen.
That's correct. Mario called Mary. That's the reality. Mario called Mary. But did Mary tell the message to the kitchen manager?
No, teacher.
No.
No, all right. No, 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 no. Mary didn't do it, right? And let me see on this one. Who is going to cover the position? Who is going to cover Mario's position?
Another employee?
Mary.
Another? Huh? Mary. Other employee or Mary? How do you know that?
Okay, Mary. It's Mary.
All right, all right. Yeah, if you see the last
Mary
part, what does it say at the last part?
have time this
Mhm.
afternoon.
If we have time
Let
this
me cover
afternoon.
for him.
Exactly, there we are. So he says, the person has time. Let me cover for him at this time. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good one, people. Good one, good one, good one. Let's keep on practicing and let's keep on learning on some information. Quickly, I know you are ready for this one. I know you are really nice on this one. Let's complete on this conversation on these sentences. In number one, we have I, you, earlier.
Shouldn't.
What what is the original conversation? How do we complete? I
I shouldn't told.
should have
Told.
told. Exactly. I should have told you earlier. Thank you so much. Now, continue checking on the conversation. And what about on the second one? How do we complete? He
He shouldn't call.
He
mhm,
should
uh-huh, should have,
Shouldn't call.
Called.
exactly, should have called me. You can say
Direct.
directly or directly. The two options are okay. There is no problem. And what about on number
directly.
three? If he had
Could
called
have,
me to my
could
phone,
have, I
I
Could
could
have
Could
have
have,
found.
found.
could have found.
could have found.
Exactly. Thank you. Let me see. Could have found. Exactly. That is the information that you have on your books. Could have found, should have found, and this info. Question to you. Uh, is this the first time you are checking on this combination of letters like this one? Or have you seen this before? Or is this your first time with this combination?
Maybe in another course, but in my case, I don't remember.
All right, that's fine and very valid to be honest.
It's
Mhm.
a possibility,
It's a possibility. Yeah,
but
exactly. Mhm,
in this case, the statement
mhm.
add the word have.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, just to keep into probably if this is your first time, this will be the introduction of the topic. If it is not your first time, it's a consolidation stage. So either way, it's a win-to-win situation, so we can continue improving. Let me go back to my slide and take a look at your screen. What is the topic of this one? We say general
General
General rules
Similar
for
General
models.
rules for
Model.
models.
models. All right, thank you so much. At this moment, we're going to check three models. That is the emphasis of today. The first one, help me please. What is the first one?
You.
Should.
cool,
Should. The next one,
Could.
could. And
cool,
the next one,
Would.
wool.
would. Exactly. This is just the introduction, right? That is the general rule. These three models serve a specific purpose. Let me see on this one. For example, we have the first one, possibility. What is the other?
Imaginary
Imaginary
situation.
situation.
Imaginary
Imaginary
situation. And the last
situation.
one?
Recommendation.
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 Exactly, a recommendation. Now, if we talk about should, what is the function it has from the three we read?
It's a possibility.
Recommendation.
Recommendation. Thank you,
Recommendation.
Stephanie. Thank you. What about the rest? What do you say? What do we use should for?
Possibility.
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 Possibility. Thank you
I
so much.
think it's recommendation.
It's a recommendation. Let's give it a try. Let's see. Remember, at this point, we participate, express opinions. Later, we discover some answers. Let's see this one. What is should use for?
Recommendation.
Recommendation.
Recommendations. Exactly. Hey, people, we should go to the beach. That is a recommendation, right? Hey, people, we should go to sleep at this moment. What do you think? No, teacher.
Yes.
No. Hey. No, I know. I'm just kidding on that one, right? But
Okay.
but this, you see, it's a recommendation, all right? So you use should to give a recommendation. What about on the next one? What about could? What is the function it has?
Imaginary situation.
Possibility.
Possibility.
All right, let's give it a try. Exactly. Thank you so much. Like people, right? So you see, I don't have money, right? What could I do? Give me some, tell me something that is possible to do in my situation. People, I don't have money. You could
You could have another word.
or that's something possible, acceptable. Thank you so much. Any other thing that could be possible in my situation? Let me have
Change the
more.
word.
Tell me, Mayra, sorry, you could you
Change
could
word
change,
or search. Is correct use search.
search for, exactly, search for other job. All
Search
right,
for other.
with more salary, right? Thank you so much. That's correct.
You could
Tell me
sell
something.
something
Cool, like my kidney.
like your phone.
Not the kidney. My organs, let's say.
No,
All right. It's possible, right? You're
your
expressing
phone.
my phone, but I love my phone. But it's possible. Why not? Thank you. All right. Check on this one. And obviously, what is wood for?
Imaginary situation.
Exactly. For an imaginary situation. That's correct. Now, people, thank you so much. That is just to remember about modals and to, the general rules, right? Take a look at this one, and I need more of your help. Uh, Imagine this cat is me at this moment, right? Imagine the cat is representing me at this moment. Question: how do I feel based on the illustration?
Death.
Death.
You pass away.
Yeah, passed away. Probably. More opinions? How do I feel, people?
Tired.
Tired. Right. Thank you. More opinions, people. How do I feel? What's your opinion? Let me have more people participate. Javier, what do you think?
I think um, he received a bad notification.
Bad notification or bad news? All right,
Bad
it might
news.
be possible. It's possible.
I
All
think
right,
he died.
probably he died. All right, but let me give you. I love your ideas. Let me give you my perspective. Yeah, some idea. Right at this moment, people. How do I feel? I feel
I feel sleepy
Sleepy.
right now.
probably right. That is the illustration. Thank you. I feel sleepy. Now, let's
Right
practice
now.
on this. Tell me.
No. Nothing.
No problem. Thank you so much. Now, imagine this one. I feel sleepy. Give me some recommendations, people. What should I do in my situation that I feel sleepy? You should
You should take coffee. Drink
uh,
coffee.
drink coffee, right? Exactly. That is a good recommendation. You should drink coffee. Tell me, in my situation, what is it possible to do? You could, what could I do?
Take a rest.
You could take a rest. Thank you. I take that one. Thank you so much. Something that is possible. You could take a rest. And in this one, for the imaginary situation, right? It is not something real, but we express like, hey, we imagine something different. For example, if I were you, right? Because you are not me, and it is not something even possible. But if I were you, I would.
You
What would you do, people? What would you do if you were sleepy like me? I would.
you will finish the class.
Things like this. And go to
Okay.
sleep.
Thank you. Some indirectas, right? No, just kidding. But it could be possible, right? Check on this one. The last one is for an imaginary situation, something that it is not even real. But if I were you, right? Si yo fuera usted, if I were you, I would finish the class, teacher. Right? I will finish the class. So you
Okay.
give, in this one, you have three different scenarios: recommendation, something that is possible, and something that is imaginary. Take a look at this one. What type of verbs are we using on this one? After, should, what type of verb are we using?
Base form,
Base form, thank you. After could, what do we use?
Base form.
Base form, exactly, thank you. And after would, what do we need?
Base form.
in a base form.
Perfect. For everything, we need a base form. Exactly. Thank you. Now, try to remember on this one. This is for a situation in the present, right? If you see my situation, I feel sleepy. A recommendation, you should drink. You could, I would, something about the present. But now, with this one that you remember how to use the modals, let's go for the topic itself. Take a look at this one. What is the topic of this one?
Have to
How?
use perfect model.
How to use perfect models.
Exactly. How to use perfect modals. Exactly. Now, there is a situation in this one, and I need your collaboration in this one. What happened to me yesterday? Let's read together. Yesterday,
Yesterday, I
I
felt
I
sleepy
felt
too.
too. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, I
unfortunate.
could not resist it and fell asleep.
all right. That is my situation. The same was the same story. I felt really sleepy, but at work, I couldn't resist it, right? And I fell asleep. So that was a big problem at work. In this one, we can express something and use a perfect model. Let me have a person to participate at this moment. And I need Miss Brenda, if I can ask you for your help. Can we read on the new expression, please? We can use should.
Mm, what expression, teacher?
Uh, the second one. Let me mark it here. Let me see. I need your collaboration to read this short passage.
Okay.
Mhm,
We can use should plus have plus past participle
mhm,
to express regrets
mhm.
or that uh, different action was recommended in the past.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So this is pretty much how we can use should, but in this one, take a look at this information. Do we need a base form after should, people? Or what is the combination? What do we need after should? Take a look at the information over there.
Have.
Have and the next
Past
element,
participle.
past
Verb
participle.
participle.
Exactly. So in this one, it is not a recommendation for the present, but we express a regret, like something that you feel bad about, or probably that a different situation was let me see. Let me give me a second. I spotted something that give me a second. Let me see. That it is not I different, sorry. It's a different, sorry. You know, it's real. Probably I was sleepy yesterday, people, working on the slide. So bad, right? That a different situation was recommended in the past, right? That is what we express. So check on this one. Let's go for the model. Remember my situation, right? I felt asleep at work. I couldn't resist it, right? But now I feel bad about that one. And we try to express let's say a recommendation for the past. For example, you should have, let's see, drunk coffee, right? This is a recommendation for the past, right? Not for the present, because at this moment I am not sleeping. But yesterday this happened, so you should have drunk coffee. Tell me, what other recommendation can we give for that past action? You should have. Let's see. Let me give you other idea. You should have, let's see, stood up and walked, right? Because I was like really sleepy. Hey, you should have stood up and walk. Why not? That was a good recommendation, but I didn't think of that one. Other idea, people. Now I want to hear some recommendations from you.
You should have slept
Uh-huh.
more hours.
Uh-huh. But at home.
Sure,
Prob-
during night.
Probably, right?
At
Yeah,
home,
at home,
at night.
exactly. Exactly, right? You should have slept more hours at home. That is a good idea, right? And if you see in this one, you are expressing a recommendation or an action that was recommended for the past, right? It is not for the present. If I want to change the sentence to express something personal, like a regret, I can say, like this one, I should have. And this is like a regret. I feel bad for that one, right? I should have, and I can continue with the same format, right? I should have, let me see, I should have, let's see, like this one, talk to my coworkers, just to express an idea, right? I should have talked to my coworkers. And then it is like, hey, that was a good idea, but I didn't do it, right? So we express something like that, right? Now, it is possible to have affirmative sentences, or you can have negative sentences as well. Let me put this one over here. With negative sentences, it is the same. You express the idea, right? For example, you shouldn't have. And in this one, people, let me have some people participate. I give the first example. Imagine the situation. You shouldn't have slept. The easy one at work.
At work.
You shouldn't have slept at work. Why did you do it? Right? You shouldn't have slept. Right? Any other, Luis Antonio? Can I have your collaboration with other idea, please?
Okay, let me see.
Teacher,
Tell me.
when you use the should have,
Mhm.
the verb is in past.
In past participle, yes. Mhm. It should be in past participle. In this one, it could be a regular or irregular verb, but it is in the past participle. Mhm. As you may see in the blue letters, should plus have plus past participle. Tell me, I know you have an example. Go ahead. Tell me something I shouldn't have done.
What is the situation?
The situation is I fell asleep in my work. So
Teacher,
I slept at my work. Tell me.
how do you say desvelarse?
Stayed up at night.
You shouldn't have to, no, you shouldn't have stayed up till last night.
Yeah, let's say at night or last night is okay. Let's see. That's okay, right? You shouldn't have stayed. Tell me.
No, you shouldn't have went to the party last night.
Oh, right. That's a good idea. But let me help you. Went is a simple past. So we say gone.
You
Or
shouldn't gone.
shouldn't have,
Have
or let's
you
change it,
gone.
right? You shouldn't have been to the party. That is the best expression. You shouldn't have been to the party. That's a good one. But the reality is that I went to the party for that reason. The next day, dead at work. Right? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your examples, people. Now, let's continue with more info. We have more practice, don't worry. But at this moment, it's good to progress. Before we move to the next one, is there any question about this structure, about should have and past participle? Questions?
If exists a contraction
Mhm.
to,
For the
to write should have.
Should you have?
Like this one. In affirmative, it is possible. Should have. It is possible to have like this one.
Mhm.
And in negative, we made a contraction of the modal plus the negative. Shouldn't have. That is like the most common things. Should have.
It's correct to say should have.
It is possible, right? If you want to, there is no problem, right? You can say should have, making a stop, but the most common way to express ideas, and let's say like the most natural way, should have. You are going to listen many people talking like that. Should have. But it is not incorrect if you say you should have. No problem.
Okay, teacher.
All right, thank you. Let's keep on this one. The next one, the same situation, but there is other model that we can incorporate at this point. And I will ask on Mariela Elizabeth, if I could have your participation, please.
Perdón, teacher.
I need your help and collaboration to read this one.
Okay. We can use could, have, past participle to spread a possibility for the past.
Exactly, right? So we continue with the idea, almost the same structure. Could, have, and a past participle. But in this one, we are not expressing a regret, not expressing that a different action was recommended, but we express something that was possible at that time. All right? Let me see on this one. You could have the same situation, people, the same situation. I fell asleep at work. So what could I have done, people? You could have, let's give express possibilities. You could have ideas. Let me see some people
Slept.
participate. You could have slept for the past participle. You could have
You could have
slept
left early.
early, all right?
Early.
Exactly. That is something it was possible, but in reality, probably I didn't do it, right? You could have slept early. Thank you. Any other idea, people, to express something that was possible for my situation? Let me give you one more example or one more idea. You could have set, let's see, a timer on my cell phone, right? 5 minutes, and I slept. Right? And then I am awake again, right? I could have set a timer, but I didn't do it, right? But it was possible, but I didn't do it. Let me see more people participate. What about on? Tell me.
How do you say pedir permiso?
You can say ask for permission.
Permission. You could have to have asked for a permission
All right,
to sleep.
exactly. It's possible, right? Because if not, imagine if the boss sees you sleeping. So it's better, right? You ask a permission. That was possible, he said. Thank you so much for your help. Let me choose the last person to participate in this one. Miss. No, let's go for a Mr. at this point. Mr. Javier. Tell me. Go ahead.
Maybe people have made exercise
All right.
for stay active.
Thank you. That is a good possible. That was something possible, to be honest, right? That was something possible. You could have made exercise for staying active. I love that idea, Mrs. Estrella. Thank you so much. Coming back to Javier, tell us an
Okay.
idea, my friend.
Hmm. You you could eat a little dinner.
All right, could have. But what is the past participle for eat?
Eat
The past is
ate.
ate. That is the past. Eat.
Pas- um,
Yeah. You could
eating
have eaten.
eating.
And what
You
was the
could
country?
have eaten a little dinner.
A little dinner. All right, thank you so much. It could be, right? It could be possible, right? Probably I ate a lot and that resulted in something, and now the next day I fell asleep. Right? Thank you so much. You see, different ways, but we continue with the format. Could, have, and we have a past participle, but not a recommendation, not a regret, but something that was possible in that situation, right? If you remember on this one, let me see, let me go back to my book just quickly, just to put this into context. Check on the expression for the kitchen manager. What was possible for her at that point, right? She says, or he says, he should have called me directly, right? If he had called me to my phone, what was something possible for the past? I
It couldn't have
Could
could
have
have
found
found.
found.
a
Exactly.
substitute.
That was possible, but the person didn't receive the call on time or didn't receive the notification on time. So but that was possible. Hey, I could have found a substitute by now, but at this point, probably not so. The person won't find a substitute so easy, right? But it is possible to express like that one. Questions about the use of could have in past participle, people? Questions. Hello. Hey. No
No,
questions?
teacher.
No. I feel you are kind of afraid at this moment, people. Don't get scared. The last one. And let's read together. This is practice for everyone. Uh you see the expression in the last situation. Everybody, we can use
We can use
We can use
would
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 plus
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 have
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 plus past participle
participle.
to express an imaginary past situation.
Exactly. This is an always from the past, right? But a past imaginary situation. The same happened, right? The same situation we were talking about. I was sleepy. I fell asleep, and we can accompany this one with this type of structures, right? We usually have a beginning with the past perfect, right? If I have been you, right? That is just to set the atmosphere of an imaginary situation, right? If I have been you, si yo hubiera sido usted, right? If I had been you, right? You express something imaginary, right? What would you have done? I would have comments, people. Imagine this situation was for you. What would you have done? ¿Qué hubieran hecho ustedes? Yo hubiera, I would have. Thinking. Let me have. So I know it's a difficult situation. I understand, but don't be shy. Let me have some people participate. What about you, Carlos Fernando? If I had been you, I would have.
I I would have saw a movie tonight.
But check on this one. Remember my situation. My situation is that I was sleepy. I slept at work, right? And to prevent this situation, what would you have done? So it's like kind of the opposite of the reality, or to express, uh, for example, in your situation, if this has been your situation, it's like to express an imaginary situation. I would have.
I will have gone
Mhm,
to sleep near home.
to sleep, right? At home, let's see.
In home.
Uh, that's a possibility, right? If I had been you, I would have gone, right? That is what you are
Teacher,
expressing. Tell me.
if I had been you,
Mhm.
I will take. I will have taken a nap on the bathroom.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, in the bathroom. Sorry.
Yeah, that's nice. So you are not discovered,
Yes, it's an imaginary situation.
and I like it, right? That's it, right? Because I fell asleep in the office, but hey, come on, if I had been you, I would have done it in other place, right? That's fine. So
Yes.
you see, that's amazing, Jose Alonso. Thank you so much. That's a really nice example. Let me see on other people to participate.
Teacher,
Tell me, Javier.
if I had been you, I would have drunk more coffee.
Oh, it's nice, right? All right. So you express a possible, an imaginary situation, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. I like those ideas, people. Nicely done. Nicely done. You see, this is the way to express. What was the should in the past modal? What do we use it for? Let's do a recap. Should have in past participle. What is the function? Hello. What do we use it for?
In past situation.
Recommendation.
For a past recommendation and to
Yeah.
express
Really situation.
regret. You're close, people. I know. You have it in on the tip of the tongue. La punta de la lengua lo tienen, yo sé. Re, re.
Regret.
Regret.
Thank you. Thank you. I know.
Regrets.
Regret. Thank you. I know it wasn't your tip of the tongue. I know, right? To express regrets, right? Or for a recommended action from the past. What about could have in the past participle? What do we use it for?
Possibilities in past.
Possibility for the past, exactly. Something that was possible in the past, right? And the last one, would have in past participle. What do we use it for?
To express an imaginary past situation.
Exactly. Thank you so much. That is how we use this information. Hey, nicely done, people. Nicely done. Are you ready for practice on this?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Do you want to practice or not so much? Not so much.
Mhm.
Hmm. Are you scared of this topic?
Yes.
Because you today you are especially shy, and that worries me. Don't worry.
I
We have.
think,
Uh-huh.
teacher, I think that that is not a good moment to receive this topic in this moment.
Why?
Maybe we are tired, all participate, uh-huh, all classmates,
Probably.
maybe because
Probably. Mhm.
uh-huh, we can participate in this class today.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't
Some
know.
of some of you reported problems because of connection and because it is raining in your houses. So that could be the other reason as well, because I received some notifications, right? But
And we
I know. Tell me.
no, it's rainy. For example, in my house it's raining.
In my house too, right? It started raining, but not so much, right? But it is raining at this point. All right, thank you so much. Now, just to have individual practice and to have a consolidation phase of this one, I need your help to open the link and to access to the practice at this moment. Please, please, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Teacher,
Tell me, tell me.
I have a problem. That the link say se ha agotado el tiempo.
Really?
Yes.
Let me copy the link one more time. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Give me a second. I am going to copy the same link again. Try on the second link, but for the rest of you, if you are present in the practice, don't worry. That's okay. Let me see this one. I have 12 people so far. Thank you. And we are 24, so I'm just waiting on half of you to register on the practice. Thank you. 13. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I explained to you what we do and we begin on this practice. The practice is short, like 6 or 7 questions. You are going to see some sentences expressing a situation, and your responsibility is to select the correct alternative with the modals, right? So we put into practice the information we recently received, right? Read, select the correct answer. That's all you do, right? That's the practice about. Are you ready for this, people? Hello, hello. Ready, ready?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ready.
I'm
Yes,
ready.
teacher.
Let's do it, right? Good luck to all of you.
Oh, oh.
Hello, hello, hello. I can see that many of you already finished. So thank you so much for that. Tell me, any feedback that you could give me? Was it difficult? Was it easy? Comments?
It was very difficult.
Very difficult. Ooh, all right, thank you so much for that. What about for the rest?
We need practice
We need practice.
again.
Yes.
No, no problem, no problem. All right. I know this topic is it's not impossible, but it is not as easy as all that you study and you say, I do it like fast. We need practice, and I am here to help you on this one so you can continue achieving your objectives of acquiring this language. Let me see. Let's go quickly have some feedback on this information. Let me see. Number one, let's work together. Man, give me a second. It's my page is refreshing. I need the questions, please. There we are. Now, how do we complete this one, people? Check on the situation.
You
You,
shouldn't have.
mhm,
You shouldn't have had him.
exactly. You shouldn't have shouted like, right? Hey, why did you do it? Right? So this is a recommended action from the past, right? It was recommended not to do it. In reality, the person shouted like, "Hey, why did you do it?" But you express like this one. You shouldn't have shouted at him. He will never forgive you, right? So we go for shouldn't have. What about on number two? Right, we have a situation. Let's read together and let's complete with the necessary information. Everyone, if I have,
If I had been
Be
you,
you, I
I
wouldn't have
mhm,
Much money.
spent much money on that cell
exactly. You express an imaginary
Wouldn't
past
have.
situation, right? If I had been you, right? Si yo hubiera sido tú, I wouldn't have spent, right? Yo no hubiera
teacher.
gastado tanto dinero. Tell me.
If it's wall, it's
Mhm.
always going to start the sentence if.
In many situations, yes. In many situations, we have a combination of this one, right? If you notice on this one, we have a small sentence and it is characterized because we have the auxiliary have and a past participle, that is the past perfect. So that is very common. So when you see something like this, you can identify that it's going to be for would many times, many times. Could be possible in this one, right? If I had been you, I could have. It is possible to use could in this one. It might be possible, but depending on the context of it's like to understand the situation to see what we can do. Mhm. But it's very common to have this combination of the past perfect in this case.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Number three, what about number three, people? How do we complete? He,
he should have
mhm, he should have arrived
arrived by
by
now.
now.
It's
It's only
only a 20 minutes drive.
exactly. So it's a short distance. So that's why he expresses like something that was recommended. He should have arrived. Ya hubiera venido, right? He should have arrived by now. It's only a 20-minute journey, right? Thank you. Should have is the best one. Number four, let's go for this person. Sena or Sina, let's go on this one. What happens to this person?
Then
You have.
Who had
Mhm.
I
Something that
walked
who
was,
to
have
work,
walked who have
but
walked to work,
but
but
she
she
took
took
the
a
taxi
taxi
instead.
instead, that's
instead.
correct.
Instead.
Something that was possible. That's why she or this person could have. This person could have walked. It was possible, but she didn't do it. She took the taxi instead. So We are expressing something that was possible. Thank you. Thank you so much. Number 5, we see Atacan. Funny names at this moment, right? Let's read together. Forgot
Forgot the
Forgot
appointment
the
yesterday.
appointment yesterday.
yesterday.
We should have
To
remind
have remind him.
him.
Exactly. Hey, like, hey, it was a good idea. We should have reminded him. We didn't do it, right? So that is what the person is expressing. Uh, an action that was recommended. We should have reminded him, but we didn't do it. Thank you
What
so
is
much.
the meaning of appointment?
Appointment. Appointment is like when you are going to meet with a person and you have a specific time and a specific day. For example, you have doctor's appointment. That doctor is going to see you tomorrow at 10 p.m. That is a doctor's appointment. But it is not only for the doctors. It is also possible an appointment with a coworker, with your boss, or with other person. You say, okay, Fabiola, tomorrow on Saturday, Fabiola, we're going to meet at Starbucks. That is an appointment, right? Because you know the time and the date. So that is something that you need to attend. Mhm.
Thank
Right? Thank you. No problem. No problem. Number 6. How do we complete, people?
I should have
I
been
should.
punished.
I,
I wouldn't have
I
been
wouldn't have been punished if I hadn't lied to my parents.
my parents.
All right. That's correct. I wouldn't have been punished if I hadn't lied to my parents, all right? So in this one, because it is an imaginary situation, you talk about something that is opposite to reality, right? Let's give you an example. The second part says, if I hadn't lied to my parents, the reality is this one. The reality is that I lied to my parents, right? This is the reality. I lied to my parents. And as a consequence, what was the consequence of lying?
I
I
had a punished.
Exactly. Let's see this one, right? For example,
I got
if we want to express the reality, this is what happened. I lied to my parents, and as a consequence, I got punished. That is the consequence I received for my actions. But remember, in this case, we are expressing an imaginary situation. And we have, right? I wouldn't, this is the part, right? I wouldn't have been punished, right? Como no me hubieran castigado, but the reality, I got punished, right? I wouldn't have been punished if, and then you have this one, if I hadn't lied, right? Si no les hubiera mentido a mis papás. So it's like opposite to the reality that you express some ideas, right? I wouldn't have been punished if I hadn't lied to my parents, right? So check on this one and try to consider on some on these elements that when we have would have and this information is like opposite to the reality, not the reality itself. So you go for opposite things. I don't know if this is a little bit clearer for you or is it more confusing? Comments.
mm,
An analysis at
may,
this moment, right?
maybe confused.
Maybe confusing. It's
It's
uh, mhm,
like always like hypothetical scenarios that are different than the things that happen. Like
exactly.
that.
There you are. That is like the best way to understand. Something happened in the reality and we imagine the opposite of the reality, right? That's why they are imaginary situations, in this case for the past. I will put some examples. Before we leave, I give you some examples on this one, just for you to have a clear idea on this. But so far, so good. What about on the last one, number 7? Let's read together. My hair
My hair
My
was
hair was
My hair was awful.
awful, bad.
I
I
I
I
Look,
should
at
have
the mirror
looked
before
at
I
the
left
mirror.
home. The house.
should have looked at the mirror before I left the house.
I
exactly. The person is expressing a regret or an action that was recommended, right? I should have, me hubiera visto, right? I should have looked at the mirror, right? The person is expressing something like this. So that is the best option, right? I could have, it's possible, right? But the best intention is a regret, right? Because in grammar, we can put it, right? Grammatically, there is no problem. But in context, it's different, right? So we need to analyze that information, right? Check on that one, check on that one. Now, before we leave, let me put some examples about what we were talking. All right, let me see. Coming back to this one. Oh, by the way, wait. Checking on this. Everybody did a nice job, but I have some special mentions at this moment. In the fifth place for this activity, let me see. I have in the fifth place I have a big tie. Thank you. We have Osmaro, we have Celia, Javier, we have Carlos Fernando, Stephanie, and Lisette. You have the same score in the fifth position. In the fourth position, that is for Mariela. The third place is for Brenda, so congratulations. And you share this one with Mr. or Miss S. Who is this person? Like Stephanie or S? Or...
No, teacher.
No.
No, I am.
Yeah, you have the full name, right? Let's say
Yeah.
the mystery person, right? The mystery person, right? Mr. or Miss S at this moment, we don't know. And on the second place, we have Fabiola Guevara. Nicely done. And on the first one, Miss Mayra, congratulations, Miss.
It's look.
Good job. Nah, don't say luck. Come on, nah. All right. So you were tick-marking on this one.
No, but
Nah. I know, but you did nice, and that's amazing. So congratulations on that.
the first
Mhm.
the first quiz that I have.
That you're in first position, and
Uh-huh.
and this is not, and this will not be the only one. The next one, you go for number one as well, right? Let's do a quick recap. Let's read together, people. We use
We
we
use
use
We use
perfect
perfect
models
models for past
for
actions,
actions,
not present
not
actions.
past
present act.
action, not present action.
Not present
exactly.
action.
That is something that is clear, I believe, right? It's not for the present. It's always for the past, right? And if we are talking of the past, can we change the past, people?
no, never.
No,
No.
not
Exactly. We cannot, right? We cannot change the past, all right? So in this one, let's have quick examples before you go. And I believe I will emphasize on the would have, just to give you an idea, right? Let me get my annotations ready on this one. And let me have some collaborators at this moment. At this point, I need some
Hmm?
real situation. Let me see. That's what I need. Real past situations. For example, let me see on this one.
Solo cerrar la puerta, para que no se meta.
Uh, let me see. I was not. Let's see. No, let's go for this one. I didn't pay attention, right? I will give you an example. This is the past real situation. I didn't pay attention, and for that reason, I called the incorrect person. All right, check on this one. This is something based on a reality. Something happened. Let me make it a little bit bigger. There we are. So this is what happened. I didn't pay attention, and as a consequence, I called the incorrect person. Let's try to transform the real info into an imaginary situation. Remember, we transform the reality to something that is imaginary. What do we need in this information? Do you remember the combination of ideas that we need?
Could have.
Could
If.
have. Let's begin by the first part, right?
Okay.
I didn't pay attention. So let's transform this into the first part
If
into
I
the imaginary situation. If I,
If I could,
mhm,
If
if
I
I
pay
had
attention,
if
mhm.
be
if I
if I've been
have
you,
If I had been you, it could be possible. But in this moment, we have like the two scenarios. Didn't pay attention, I called the incorrect person. Let's do
if
something.
I had
If I have the past participle for pay,
see,
past
paid,
This is difficult. This is
is
difficult.
it
okay,
Remind
Is it
this word.
regular?
it's irregular. Paid. If I have paid attention, right? Check on this one.
I
We,
have hadn't.
oh man, let me
I
see.
haven't.
All right, let me see. That's good, good, good. Just let me copy again the first part just to give some explanation. If I have paid attention, like this one, let me give it like this. Now, thank you. Let's stop for a second on this information. What happened here, people? In this part, we have negative information, right? I didn't pay attention. But take a look at the other. Is it negative or affirmative?
Affirmative.
It's affirmative. So there is
affirmative.
exactly there is a change from negative you go to affirmative. Why? Because you are thinking about the opposite of reality. That's why. Right? In reality, I didn't pay attention. No presté atención. But the opposite, si hubiera puesto atención, that's why we have the difference in affirmative from negative, right? And the combination of this one, the use of have and the past participle, right? That is something that we were talking about previously. And I will say past participle. If I had paid attention, right? So we think opposite to the reality. Now let's transform the other, right? In this one, we use a would to express an imaginary situation. I would check the original sentence is in affirmative. I called the
Cold,
incorrect person. We go for affirmative or negative?
For negative.
negative.
I
Negative, right? I
wouldn't
I
wouldn't
wouldn't call.
call.
call. Hmm. Do
Wouldn't
you
have.
remember? Something is
I wouldn't
missing.
have
Wouldn't have
the
called the complement.
The
Incorrect
incorrect person.
person.
There we are. Exactly, right? That is the way we should go on this one. Let me see if I can put it straight. No, I will put it like this one. So this is how you transform some information. Let me get my eraser on this one. So we go on this one. If I have paid attention, I wouldn't have called the incorrect person. You go away from the reality. And for that reason, you make some changes from affirmative to negative and from negative to affirmative because you are expressing an opposite idea, right? Check on that one. The first one, negative, didn't pay. What is the opposite? affirmative. So it's like mathematics, minus and plus, right? And in this one, we have I called, we have an affirmative sentence or affirmative structure. And on the other hand, we go for negative, right? I wouldn't have called. That is how we can express ideas using past models and an imaginary situation, right? So we are saying something like this one in Spanish, right? Si hubiera puesto atención, no le hubiera llamado a la persona incorrecta, right? So that is what you are saying, opposite from the reality, right? So you see, it's necessary to work on some information like transforming the tenses, affirmative from negative, negative from affirmative, and to put the correct information.
And the
Questions?
verb.
And the verbs as well. Exactly. You need past participles. There we are. Past participles. Now, how are we doing? Clearer? Now, clear like what, like mineral water, or clear like horchata this moment, or like
Clear like
tea?
Fanta.
Clear like Fanta. So. Okay. No, clear like Sprite, please.
Well, I think I need practice this topic because
Exactly.
I feel this topic is difficult.
It's different, let's say, right? It requires practice. As I mentioned before, it is not that the previous topics that we were like with a short explanation and you were working easily. In this one, we need practice and we will have it. Don't worry. But we will have some practice on this one. And I am also going to look for a video for you to understand better this information, right? So you can have more support, you can have more information just to reassure your knowledge on this information. Any question before we leave today, people?
Teacher,
Tell me.
I have a question.
Mhm,
And in this case,
mhm,
we use wooden because it's an imaginary situation.
mhm.
Uh, it's very difficult because uh, I don't know when I use the different perfect models.
Mhm,
For
mhm,
example, you say about the sentence in past no change. Um,
mhm,
if I say something when use true or true, because
mhm,
in this case it's an imaginary situation,
mhm.
but we can use the other. In this case, maybe cool, wouldn't.
In some cases, could is possible in some cases, but should not so much because of the combination of elements that we have. Let me give you some other example that is part of the book, if I am not mistaken. On page, we were working on page 29, if I am not incorrect, but we have more examples on page 30, like this one. This is like the combination that we can have for could, right? In this one, check on, and also in the conversation, we have one. If you see this one, it is other possible combination using the past perfect. If he had called me on my phone, I could have found a substitute by now. In this, like, I will advise, or what we need to know in this one is the situation. We need to interpret if it is expressing something possible or if it is expressing something that is an imaginary situation. As for this one, we have almost the same elements as the previous one, right? Have and the past participle. If he had called to my phone, but in this one you see the different auxiliary, I could have. So it depends on the central idea, right? Because in the grammar order it is possible to have would, But would is not the best one because this is not an imaginary situation, right? I would have found, hubiera encontrado. No, yo pudiera haber encontrado. So it's better. So it depends on that one. It's more about interpretation of the situation to know which one to use, right? Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry, we will have practice on this one because it is hard because it is more like interpretation to know which one to use. But we will have practice on this tomorrow. I will bring more practice to for us to understand on something. Now, is there any other question before we depart? Before we go? Are you still scared, people? Like,
Yes.
yes, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't worry. We will have practice, and I promise you will be masters on this one. And that's the objective for the classes that you understand and you know how to use this information, right? So, people, so far, we're going to stop here. I appreciate your presence in the class. Thank you so much for your participations. Tomorrow we have more practice and we will do better, right? Better. We did nice today, but we can improve. And that's what we're looking for. So people have a good night. Thank you so much for staying here and see you
Bye.
tomorrow. Bye bye. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Good
Bye.
night, teacher.
See you. See you.
Bye, teacher.
See you. See you. Take care.